Welcome back to Bible Verse Day 25. Happy Good Friday. We got a lot to go through, so I'm going to have 5 episodes today. The first one, a guest reader will be reading Luke 22:47 through 62.
For the last 2 years, I've become a deputy for the Albany Sheriff's Office to see the worst in people and see how one person's selfish decisions.
Jesus arrested. While he was still speaking, the crowd came up, and the man who was called Judah, one of the 12, was leading them. He approached Jesus to kiss him, but Jesus asked him, "Judah, why are you betraying me, the Son of Man, with a kiss?" When Jesus' followers saw what was going to happen, they said, "Lord, should we strike them with our swords?" And one of them struck the servant of the high priest, cutting off the right ear. But Jesus answered, "No more of this." And then he touched the man's ear and healed him. Then Jesus said to the chief priests, the officers of the temple guard, and the elders who had come for him, Am I leading a rebellion that you have come with swords and clubs? Every day I was with you at the temple courts, and you did not lay a hand on me. But this is your hour when darkness reigns. Peter disowned Jesus. Then seizing him, they led him away and took him into the house of the high priest. Peter followed at a distance, but when they had kindled a fire in the middle of the courtyard and had sat down together, Peter sat down with them. A servant girl saw him seated there in the firelight. She looked closely at him and said, "This man was with him." But he denied it. "Woman, I don't know him," he said. A little later, someone else saw him and said, "You also are one of them." "Ma'am, I am not," Peter replied. About an hour later, another asserted, "Certainly the fellow was with him, for he is a Galilean." Peter replied, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about." Just as he speaking, the rooster crowed. The Lord turned and looked straight at Peter. Then Peter remembered the word of the Lord had spoken to him. "Before the rooster crows today, you will disown me 3 times." And he went outside and wept bitterly. This is the end of the first one.